Alright boys, it's been a minute. So the last time I made a speculation kind of video, right, around Smash Ultimate was, I think, back in 2018, before the game even came out, and we were, pooling all the information together to support Banjo, right, because that was my number one. He was the character I wanted the most in the game. There's actually a lot that sort of lent me to believe that he was going to be in the game, and thank Jesus I ended up being right. I didn't, call it. Actually, I did call it. So here I am, a 27-year-old man, trying to will into existence Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia into Smash Ultimate. Clearly there's definitely, some characters that may be more notable in today's landscape or whatever, right? But I feel like a character like Lloyd, or a Tales rep in general, has been long coming in Smash for a while now. And there's evidence to prove that, interviews with Sakurai and shit, which we'll get to. But I guess the whole basis of the foundation for all of this information that I'm about to tell you guys is essentially that this assumption that Bandai Namco has worked on Smash Ultimate and Smash for Wii U for that matter, and all they have in terms of character representation is Pac-Man. Arguably their most iconic character, sure, but it's about time we get more reps from Bandai Namco in the game, and I feel like it's long overdue. The usual default for a Bandai Namco rep, right, has been a Tekken rep, Heihachi, right? Well, recently, as of the Min update, Heihachi was confirmed as a Mii costume, so the Mii costume from Smash for Wii U, I believe, is returning in Smash Ultimate. And they announced that with the Min Direct. So with that, I feel like any Tekken representation as a character is dead, because otherwise they would have saved the Heihachi Mii costume to return with whatever Tekken character they had planned. So Tekken's dead. So in the first Fighters Pass, we got two JRPG characters. We got Joker, and we got a hero, Dragon Quest, right? Tails, the Tales Up series, is ginormous in Japan. I would say approaching Dragon Quest levels, not necessarily there, but I could be wrong, but it's definitely hype enough to warrant things like a Tales of retail store existing, and also something like a Tales character being represented in Smash. Alternatively, other JRPG characters that could be in Fighter Pass 2, they could also be there alongside Lloyd, I wouldn't be surprised, are Sephiroth from FF7, especially with all the hype around the remake, right? There's also Sora from Kingdom Hearts, but I feel like that one's a little iffy because of the whole situation with Disney and rights and things like that.
Fucking Donald Duck and Goofy in there also. Disney will sue them directly to hell.
And if we want to count Geno as an RPG character, then by all means, hit him as well. I think Geno is a really good shot as well as Lloyd. So why Tales specifically as a series, and then why Tales of Symphonia? So for the series in general, why we would choose from this JRPG series. Tales games have been on Nintendo systems forever. Tales of Fantasia, Symphonia, a bunch of DS games. Only the more recent ones, I'd say, like Zestiria, Berseria, etc., have not been on Nintendo consoles. But Vesperia got the remake treatment, the remaster treatment on Switch recently, which is a good sign. And the Tales series recently sort of announced that it's their big 25th anniversary thing going on, promotion, which there's no details as to what that is yet. They promise that there's content and announcements coming. Whether or not they're just about the upcoming Tales of Arise game, maybe. But I feel like if it's something like a celebration, like a 25th anniversary thing, it's likely to be something more, whether it would be some smaller games or some licensing opportunities, whether it would be putting, I don't know, Presea in your favorite gacha game, or putting a character from Tales into Smash. So it just seems like the timing is right now to do it. Why Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia? Why not Yuri from Vesperia, or Velvet from Berseria, right? So this is a bit older of news, but Sakurai, back in way the Brawl or Wii U days, mentioned that if there were to be a Tales rep in Smash, it would have to be Lloyd. This is kind of this way of thinking may have changed in the past decade, or since whenever this interview was. But it definitely at least means that if the conversation of Tales comes up, Lloyd would be high in their regards, or at least on the short list between him and Yuri. I think it would be, because Yuri and Lloyd are the two most popular Tales characters ever, I believe. Tales of Symphonia, specifically, is a game that's very highly regarded and very closely associated with the GameCube era of games. The game is just incredible. It had a sequel on the Wii, which no other Tales game has had a sequel except Z, I believe, which was dog shit. That being said, if a Tales rep gets in and it is Yuri, that's incredibly hype as well. But I just feel like Lloyd is more closely associated with Nintendo, so I feel like he would be the one, you know. There's also some hints in the past since Smash for Wii U, and they introduced Mii Fighters. There's two pieces of evidence when it comes to Mii Fighters. One is the moveset choices that you have in the game. There's 3 moves in particular that very closely resemble moves from Tales of Symphonia. There's definitely no shortage of inspiration to make a moveset for Lloyd, but the 3 that I'm referring to are Airborne Assault, which is the spinny do in the air, Power Thrust, and Blurring Blade, which are all very closely resemble Lloyd's Tempest, Sonic Thrust, and Sword Rain moves in Tales of Symphonia. So, like, it seems like when they were developing the game, or Smash for when they were developing this idea of Mii Fighter movesets, they kept like movesets similar to Tales of series fresh in their mind for when they were ideating these animations and stuff like that. This one is my favorite piece of evidence, personally. So historically, we've had a bunch of Mii costumes in Smash for Wii U that have yet to get ported to Smash Ultimate. This list has been getting shorter and shorter over time, and especially since the Heihachi Mii costume was announced with Min Min, the list got even shorter now, especially one less Bandai Namco rep. There's now, I believe, 2 Bandai Namco reps left on that list of Mii costumes. Lloyd Irving, and Jill, which is a very, like a bit of an older Namco property, which in my opinion is a little too arbitrary at this point to consider for a standalone character. I think if Lloyd were to get announced, Jill would be the one that has the Mii costume reported to Smash Ultimate from Smash for Wii U. The other Mii costumes outside of Bandai Namco ones are ones like Gino, which I also think is going to be a standalone character down the line, and a few others I can't recall. Lastly, this one is something that I had to do a bit of digging myself into. So the English voice actor for Lloyd Irving in on Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube, Scott Mendel, tweeted back in September of last year saying he was working on something that he wished he can tell us about, and like, you know, it's unhealthy to sort of make leaps into assuming that he's dubbing a character for Smash, but I think we all recognize his voice as Robin in like the Teen Titans animated show and things like that. He made this tweet back in 2019 saying that he's working on something that he can't sort of share with us what it is yet because he had to sign an NDA, right? I went to his IMDb page and I sort of just took a look at everything he's worked on since then, since that time, and there's nothing like too blow out of the water like crazy things that, in my opinion at least, that he's working. It's all been like sort of like Batman animated things, Teen Titans animated things, and stuff like that. So there might still be some like work that he's done that we have not seen yet, and if it's something that is, you know, so exciting that he would tweet about, he doesn't tweet that often either. I feel like it would have to be something like big, like a Smash thing. So that's all I have for now. This Tales series festival 25th anniversary thing is likely to have some more announcements later this month in July, around the 20th. There's a rumored Nintendo Direct for this month around the 20th as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we're not getting Lloyd until later on in the pass. I think it's pretty much a lock, right, boys? Do you want Lloyd in this game? I definitely do. Would you rather Yuri? Would you rather some other hentai character? Sora? Feel free to let me know. I can't guarantee I'll comply with your response. But only time will tell, boys. We have 5 characters left unless there's a Battle Pass 3. And you know, as the directs approach, now that, you know, it seems like the world is starting to maybe open up again. Probably not. You know, it's only a matter of time until we know. So Godspeed, boys. I'll see you all on the other side. Just fucking do it, Nintendo.